African women acting. Our African women acting. Our African women acting. Our African women acting.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Art for Mental Health. This is your host and facilitator, Georgia Fullerton, expressive arts therapist and visual artist, here today speaking to you and bringing to you this amazing pilot series by AWA, African Women Acting. And just to let you know, we are here on a beautiful Saturday, the 14th of November, to introduce more creative abilities, more amazing wisdom around mental health. AWA, African Women Acting, is a not-for-profit organization. We are geared towards the empowerment, promotion, and preservation of women's issues and artistic endeavors, also preserving African culture through the arts. Arts of other women through many different ethnicities. We are promoters of mental health and offering in this time supports and resources. That is what this organization is all about. I am absolutely chuffed, as the British would say, to be here to introduce the artists that we have on board for the day. And just to let you know that though we promote women's and women artists of African descent, we are open to all ethnicities, collaborations, and supports, and encourage everyone to get involved in the plight of artists and the promotion of mental health, this really serious topic in this time. So our pilot series has begun. We have been going through weeks and weeks of this, and of course we have to thank those who make it possible for us, our funders. We're very, very pleased and proud to have our funders of the Canadian Red Cross, Employment and Social Development Canada, an arm of the government. They are on board with us. They are doing things that we have wanted to do, and AWA is here to help promote. We want you to know that if you have a loved one, a neighbor, a colleague, someone who you know might be suffering with mental health, we have a hotline that you can call. It's 437-988-7456. We also have an email address. At any time in the day or night, you can email us, send us your concerns, ask us questions. It is help@africanwomenacting.org. As I said before, we have a whole slew of continual artists speaking on mental health and realizing that this is a really serious topic and one that now is surfacing in the public eye more often than not. I want to give a big shout out and big thanks to the full AWA team. I'll start with our founder, Sonia Ami, and of course she is leading the helm here. And as we stand here in this space, I want to also give a land acknowledgement before I introduce the rest of the members of the AWA team. So we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge God and, of course, our African ancestors. Further, we wish to acknowledge this land on which AWA operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land and the ancestors of this land. We give thanks to all of them, as we wouldn't be here without all of them. Going back into the AWA team, founder Sonia Ami has been instrumental in putting this whole project together, but not without the help of her board members. The AWA board members are Amelia Ward, Yvonne Hodge, and Dansu Kukuvi. Staff members, Lisa Francis, Marcia Dennis, Teja Simpson, Nurjahan Began, and Patrick Haba. Of course, our volunteers are also helping out, Joie Frank and Michaela Hutchkins. Our technical support, Kennedy Seed, and of course, our promotions and social media by Slammin' Media. So if those of you who are watching now have been watching and following for the last several weeks, We have gotten a lot of amazing feedback, and like I said, once again, with that feedback, with your questions, please let us know how things are penetrating. Let us know what is resonating with you. Contact us at our hotline number, 437-988-7456, and or our email address, which is help@africanwomenacting.org. Like every other week, this week we have an amazing artist. This spoken word artist is just phenomenal. You will feel the sweetness, you will feel the solidity, you will feel the fierce fortitude that this woman has. She is known as Lola Simmons, and she is a spoken word poet. She's an award-winning spoken word artist. She's published. She's an arts educator. She covers every gamut, and she continues to be a force to be reckoned with in the GTA. So a change agent, as she is known, to art and culture. She has been an active spoken word artist since 2008. She's performed at many stages. She's facilitated numerous workshops in and around Toronto, Peel region. She's the founder and creative director of Reckless Arts Collective, a name that I just love, an organization that produces artistic events and workshops. To those in the GTA, cultivating a space for artists to create and perform. Reckless Arts Collective continues to allow emerging artists to grow in artistic excellence. I have to say, when we had the festival at the end of September, that was the first time that I met Lamoy. And boy, what an impact. And she did come with an entourage of support with her, which I'm missing today, but listen, she's gonna make up for it and then some. I want you to really listen closely to lyrics, because if anything moves me and changes my mental state, it's the lyrics of any performance that comes on. And I am supremely jealous of anyone who can stand in front of a mic and spout off spoken word and just feel comfortable in that realm. So I have to say that she's helping me to learn how to be a little bit more comfortable in this space. But as well, this is something that everyone should witness and be able to take a look at. Now, Lamoy, I just want to run off a few more things. I want to let you know that she was recognized as one of 100 Black women to watch in Canada for 2015. She's won the Brampton Citizens Award in 2016. Like, it just goes on and on. Let me not say anything else, but let me bring out the one and only Lola Simmons.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the way that you remixed that bio. I want to write it down. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for having me here once again. This place is my happy place. It feels so good to be in the presence of beautiful people doing beautiful things, and I'm excited to share some beautiful poetry with all you beautiful people watching. So let's get into it. My one ask is, even though we are not in the same room together, but our energy is on the same level and we're on the same frequency. So if at any time I say something that you like or that makes you go ooh or ah or makes you think, I would like you to express that either by snapping your fingers, or, you know, doing that like ugly face that people do when something is really good. You know when you hear a song and it's really good, you just do that like, the ugly face? Do the ugly face, stamp your feet, move your body, but it's good to, when you hear something, that your body responds in agreement and you sign that contract with the universe. So let's do it. Ashay. It's amen. Amen. It is done. It is finished. It is out there. Ashay. Agreement. Oh, Canada. You are in a time of intense difficulty, trouble, and danger. You are in crisis. We, the ones existing in these bodies, populating your namesake. We, the village, can help you if you'll only ask us. Because we know what it is to be in times of intense difficulty, trouble, and danger. We have always known crisis. We have always known what it is to exist in an imbalance of supply and demand. We have always had too many mouths to feed, popping our bones and sweating our excrement and bleeding our babies into this world. We have always known what it is to bury children not yet made elders. We have always known what it is to love men that never came back from the war, from the color of their skin, from their demons, from your hatred. We have always known. We have always had to create heaven in the midst of hell, carving roofs out of the sky, building beds in trees and earth. We have always known what it is to flee the earth when the earth experienced crisis. We have always known what it is to be insecure of a necessity, food insecure, clean water insecure, clothing insecure, educationally insecure, medically insecure, housing insecure. We have always known what it is to stretch what is not enough into families that only felt abundance, even if our only currency is love. We have always known crisis. Existing in these bodies, adversity has renamed us the strong and the free, and oh Canada, though you have never birthed us, the strong and the free ones, you've passed on the sins of your fathers from far and wide. You have forgotten, oh Canada, to ask God to keep this land glorious and free. I like that. I hear that. Yes. We, existing in these bodies that have always known crisis, we have been a home for so long. You have mistaken our bones for structures that need no safety of its own. But when the wind comes, oh Canada, when the rain pours down, when the heat bakes us into exhaustion, when the floods rise above our ankles and we clutch the sons that you will soon rename patriots, when the traffic swirls around us like multicolored layers of fabric, will our children be safe? Will they be safe enough to play beneath our skirts, oh Canada? When the birds have pooped on us so much that the luck runs out, will we then be privileged enough to carve a roof out of the sky, building beds out of the earth? Will we be safe? Will we be safe on your true north, strong and free, O Canada? Will you stand on guard for us? For the ones who have always known crisis, far and wider still, will you stand on guard for us? Thank you. That was a good way to start off this set, I think. That was, yeah. When it comes to mental health, so much of it is impacted by our surroundings. And if you do not feel safe where you live, that impacts how well you feel safe internally. And that impacts the struggle. So even though we may live in a place that does not value our humanity the way that we desire it to, there are so many ways to build community around you. to grab your sisters, grab your brothers, to build family, to choose family, and to create a life that you want. And I always say the best way to do that is to start to speak. I love to tell people a great way to work on your mental wellness is to lift your voice, because silence will not save you. Your silence will not save you. Lift your voice. Share your stories. Let no one silence you, because what you have to say matters. Perfectly. Thank you. So this next poem is called Lift Your Voice. Whew. Your voice, the sound made by vibrating vocal cords as air moves through your larynx, bringing your vocal cords closer together. Your voice is vibration. It's a reverberation. It's a quake. Your voice is a natural construction, a creation of wonder, a masterpiece of glory to which the universe has already stretched itself to fit. Your voice is a dance, a movement, a choreography between your passion and your nature. Your voice is throat chakra. Blue and roaring like the seas, endless like the skies. The most powerful form of connection lies in your voice. Your voice is a renewable resource. You can use it over and over and over again, and it will not run out. And if you take care of it, it will not reduce in power, but it will only grow stronger. So, lift your voice. Take the vibration of your passion. Move it through the structure of your knowledge while it dances with the atmosphere of your surroundings, and lift your voice. If they tell you that you are too young, speak. If they tell you that you are too old, speak up. If they tell you you are too black, speak. Not black enough, speak anyways. Too scared, speak anyways. Too unsure, still speak. Bring your whole self into the room and lift your voice. For self-agency, for advocacy, for culture, for change, for demands, for unity, for love, for peace, for revolution. Lift your voice. For family, for evolution, for education, for security, for equality, for equity, for joy, for acknowledgement, for recognition, for power. Choose to survive by speaking up. God has already stretched the universe just for you. There is room at the table for your voice. And there is room for what you are going to speak. So, beloved, lift your voice. No, lift your voice, speak up, share your story, and let people know that this is how you survived, and that will give them hope that they can survive too. Now, moving on, I know that we tend to focus on the women when it comes to mental health and mental wellness, but our brothers need love too. Our brothers need some love too. So my brothers who are tuning in and watching this beautiful black women speak poetry to you, I got a poem for you. I got something for you. I'm not leaving you out. 10 things I want every man to remember as he moves through the world. Now I want you to count with me, okay? Number 1. Yes, you are son, brother, nephew, uncle, friend, father, lover. Yes, you are all of those. And all of the beauty in between, and you are more too. Identity only defines the intention of one's spirit. So ask yourself every day, who are you? Number 2, you are seeds. Your legacy is eternal. You do not die, you multiply, brother. And gardens need a gardener, so don't sow if you cannot handle the reap. Number 3, bodies and minds and souls disintegrate back to earth when neglected, so water yourself. Give yourself sunlight. Prune the dead things that seek to drain you of your essence. Your mental health is about all of us too. Number 4, be who you are, and be it with some bass in your voice, which I don't have, I apologize. And those who do not pick you were never worthy of your voice to begin with. Number 5, you are worth your wellness, my brothers. Talking to someone is healing too. Holding it all in, that's destruction of the heart and suppression of the spirit and wearying of the feet. So dig into the depths of yourself and don't be afraid of the dirt. Brother, there is treasure within you. Number 6, your truth is good enough. The story of your life needs no embellishment. You do not owe anyone untrue versions of yourself. You owe yourself you, with all of the bass in your voice. And people will just have to deal. Number 7, your feelings of inadequacy are valid, but you have put time, effort, and energy into the work and perfection of your craft. So know that the feelings are not always realistic to the work you have put in. Number 8, do not dim your shine for people who have gotten used to low light living. Bring your whole self everywhere you go. God is in you. How can you possibly lose? That's a good one. I'm going to say that one again. Thank you. That one needs to be repeated. That's a good one. Number 8. Do not dim your shine for people who have gotten used to low light living. Bring your whole self everywhere you go. God is in you. How can you possibly lose? Number 9, speaking it into existence is the move, but working it into existence is also the move. So get moving or die left standing. Number 10, no is a complete sentence. So get used to people honoring themselves by saying no to you. Learn to let go and do it gracefully. Brothers, walk as if you have already grasped your fullness. Be bold enough to stand in your divinity and let no one diminish your power. Move through this world with love and compassion, honoring those who have made room for you, for your body, for your heart, for your spirit, and for your soul along the way. There is a room full of people cheering you on, brother. Your existence and how well you live is your response. Thank you. Thank you. Brothers, we love you. I know sometimes the conversation you feel a little bit left out, but brothers as well are always told that you are strong. You know, men shouldn't cry, men should man up, men should be strong and hold everyone's burden, but that is also tiring on you as well. And it's important for our community to recognize that you also need a safe place to cry. You need a safe place to vent. You need a safe place to express your anger in a healthy way. You need someone to talk to. You know, if you need medication, take medication, but you also need to take care of yourself. Because the love that you give everybody else, it comes from in here first. And if you have no love in here for yourself, the love you give everybody else is not going to fill you the way that it should. Ashay. So in talking about love, there is something that has been discovered through science, is that hugs are very healing, you know? And thank you. The mic stand is bowing to me. It recognizes my magic. It sees how amazing I am, and it's like, Queen, we're not worthy to be up here. We want to bow. I receive you. I receive you. You are worthy. Stay with me. Thank you. Hugs are so healing. Have you ever had a really good hug? A really good hug, and when that person hugs you, you just feel your body just break down in this big, just your body is exhaling, and it feels so good. It's important to hug, and it's so hard during COVID. It's so hard, especially if you live alone. The restrictions sometimes tells you can't even be around other people. And so we practice by hugging ourselves. You know, just hold yourself and hug yourself. And it's okay to cry and reflect. And when it is safe to interact, we should hug some more. All of the three little words that matter become flesh and beating hearts when arms are open to hold the constellations of the human spirit. I love you. I see you. I accept you. I honor you. I forgive you. I need you. I embrace you. I missed you. My, you've bloomed. God, you are beautiful. You're safe here. Come, let's eat. Pineapples on pizza. You now rest. Love is home. You are home. A hug is a healing flesh wrapped in 20-second bursts. We ask, we extend, we give with pure intention. We soak in the tears. We soothe in the gratitude. We let go with a blessing. And we repeat often. I would love to encourage y'all to practice self-affirmations, and hug yourself. Hug yourself, stand in the mirror, wrap your arms around your body and hug yourself deeply and widely and with intention. And tell yourself everything that you want to hear. Get comfortable with hearing your voice say, I love you. I've missed you. You are safe. Wellness belongs to you. Love belongs to you. That's good. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. The next piece I want to share with you is one of my favorite pieces. I do it so often because it always resonates with me. And I know that somebody out there, it will grab you and hug you so tight. Aren't your feet tired, beloved? Running from the loudness of yourself? Do the spaces you take up grip your heart in fear? Unaware of why the light chases you in abundance, why are you making your home in the nightness? Don't you know that you cannot hide from who you are created to be? For yourself will find you, cowering behind purpose like a little child scared of the dark, but there is dark in you. And there is also light. And both are necessary to the learning of yourself, for yourself will find you. It will use pain and it will use love. It will uproot and it will shatter you, but only to bring you into yourself. Deep into yourself, where stagnancy will die, where your stretch marks will stretch beyond your skin and make its mark in the stardust when yourself finds you, truly finds you. Your fears will die and be rebirthed into glowing when yourself finds you, truly finds you. Welcome yourself in. Feed your heart some soul food with a side of warm tea. Soothe it with the conversations you wish you had from those that failed you. Cleanse your traumas as you converse with your heart. It can take it. And it's been waiting a long time for this moment with you. Use the deepness of your voice to remind your heart that you love it, that it is necessary to this world, that the world can do without it, but it will be worse off. We would be worse off without you. So stop running, beloved, for the universe has already stretched itself just for you. You are already here. You are already here. You are already here. And you, beloved, are here to learn. So stop running. Stop running from yourself. You are magnificent. You are marvelous. You are glorious. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are smart. and dope as hell. And we deserve you. And you deserve us too. My last poem before our gorgeous host comes back. I wrote this poem for Black History Month, and it fills me up and it feeds me so much goodness. And so I want to extend this goodness to you. Let me speak into your spirit real quick, Black being, Black awareness, Black revolution, Black trauma, Black tradition, Black freedom, Black you. Let me speak into your spirit real quick. Go easy on yourself, Black sex, Black music, Black movements, Black laughter, Black fashion, Black pain, Black remembrance. Let me speak into your spirit real quick. Go easy on yourself. You should have died. Black smiles, Black swag, Black knowledge, Black fights, Black love, Black healing, Black memories, Black childhood. Let me speak into your spirit real quick. Go easy on yourself. You should have died and you didn't. You're still here. Black resilience, Black family, Black babies, Black joy, Black hair, Black skin, Black speak, Black celebrations, Black spirituality, Black food, Black boy joy, Black girl magic, all Black lives matter, Black healing. Let me speak into your spirit real quick. Go easy on yourself. You should have died, and you didn't. You're still here. Give love to yourself today, Black you. Black you, Black you. Give love to yourself today. You are doing better. You are doing better, Black liberty. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound high as the rolling sea. That is my time. Thank you so much, AWA, for having me once again. Yes, clap for me. Do it. Clap for me. Snap. Thank you.
Yes. Lamoy, we're going to stay distance, but Black Oracle, I think, is the phrase we need to use right about now. The intensity. Thank you so much, my sister. It is phenomenal to be in this space and see an artist do their thing. Where am I? Am I here? Yeah. Thank you so much, Lamoy. I can't, I told you about the lyrics, right? I told you to listen. We had an abundance of lyrics here, and just to watch the artist do her thing, I have so many questions. I know I won't be able to ask all of them, but as usual, and just like at the festival at the end of September, I was tuning into certain words and so much was resonating. Okay, this is the power of the arts. And when we match it and marry it with our own people, we match it and marry it with mental health and how that is important, just as important as physical health. You heard Black sex, you heard Black vulnerability, Black weakness, Black song. Just about 15 different paintings came to mind in Lamoy's lyrics. And that's why I chose to write down some words that she said, things that resonated with me. You know, of course, lift your voice, and this familiar crisis that we all are aware of from history. Think about that. Crisis is something that comes in varying levels for people, right? Think about the Black crisis. Think about how familiar you are with your crises. Other words that I heard, reverberation. Voice is a dance. If that isn't medicine to somebody who works with expressive arts, where we use every one of the arts, and this is how I'm inspired. When I hear lyrics that I like, or just a combination of words that I like, I immediately go to a visual of that. That is attending to your mental health, okay? So more from Lamoy. Renewable resource. I have goosebumps right now. Self-agency, love, power, survive, tell your story. All right? It's more than just telling your story, and I like to call it not history, not her story, but art story. So tell your art story. This is what your voice can do. Lamoy just laid it out. More that I heard. I just have to run this down. Water yourself. Mental health is for all of us. Worth your wellness. Dig, depth, dirt, untrue. You're turning me into a poet, I think. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's happening. Validating inadequacy. Just think of the power of those two words, and think about yourself and how much you actually seek validation for the things that you think you're inadequate for. It's important. These words are like low light living. Move from that. Bring your whole self. All of these things, even when you spoke about a hug and the importance of a hug and how that can mentally affect you, there's something called the butterfly hug, and it's a form of grounding. So if I had my hands were free now, I could show you. But a butterfly hug is really just. We're here, AWA, Art for Mental Health. This is our pilot project. If you like what you just witnessed, please contact us. We have a hotline, 437-988. I was almost giving my own number, 7456. Or you can email us. Either way, somebody is there to connect with you. Somebody is there to tell you about the resources that you need. The email address is help@africanwomenacting.org. And again, I want to thank Canadian Red Cross. I want to thank Employment and Social Development. See, my mental health is waning right now. But this is what we do. We support artists, we support women, and you heard the support of men. Our Black men are just as important. How often do you get to hear empowering words around that and still dealing with our mental health? Some of the other things I wanted to make mention of, I said that this butterfly hug, it is an immediate way to bring self-care to yourself. So Lamoy mentioned that. I think it's important to note also that it has an effect on the brain, on both hemispheres of the brain. It allows us to help process information and calm down, get to that stage of grounding. And I want to talk about grounding too, because that's super important. How often do you think about the fact that we always have a separation between our feet, our bare feet, and the earth? Most of our living days, most of the days we're around, we don't connect with the earth. So I'm going to employ everyone on probably this final beautiful day of the fall to go outside, take your shoes off, take your socks off, walk on the ground. Didn't we come from that? We came from that. So employ it. I want to just big up once again. You know, the whole team at AWA they're so passionate about what we're doing. You've been hearing about these masks that the AWA crafters have been making. There's great response to that. But even more than that, if you check out the AWA website, we have a lot of information on how you can bust through these barriers that we're all facing right now. You talk about isolation. Isolation is extreme. We are being able to put ourselves in a place where we're learning how to adapt. We're learning how to be flexible. And that's what it takes when you decide that you're going to pay attention to your mental health. you have to also be accepting, this radical acceptance, in order that we can change and make that black change, black acceptance, right? All of that. So once again, my name is Georgia Fullerton. Listen, we have so much more coming up. We want you to tune in. We want you to comment. If you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, I believe we're on YouTube as well. We are really trying to promote engagement here because this is a subject that a lot of times is invisible. It exists, but nobody is talking about their mental health. They're talking about getting their hair did and their nails and how they can't get to go to their esthetician and all that stuff. Well, let's talk about other things. Let's talk about how does anxiety feel in your stomach? Are you connecting the brain and the body? That's so important. AWA is focusing on the arts, okay? So in the arts, what do we employ? Lamoy spoke about the voice, but we also have to include movement and the body and how one thing starts with your thoughts, it affects your emotions and your feelings. In turn, that affects your physiology, what's physically going on. So the moments when you heard Lamoy quiet and enjoy that quiet space, she's emptying her cup. She's quieting her mind. All of us need to do that. We can allow good things to come in and we can get rid of the bad things. Mental health is about the full body. It's about the whole person, right? So once again, I'm going to drop the email address. It's help@africanwomenacting.org. We are here to support you. The hotline number, 24 hours, somebody is there. Marcia, Lisa, all the people on the crew at AWA are there to support you, are there to answer your calls. Remember, 9 times out of 10, a lot of us have a friend who we know is suffering, but they may be afraid to show that weakness. Let them call us, let them email us, help@africanwomenacting.org, or our phone number, which is 437-988-7456. I think it's my time to tune out, but I still have so much energy from that performance. Listen, this is a name, AWA, that you need to pay attention to. We are not going away. We are here to support all of those who now are tuned in to what it means to pay attention to mental health. We pay attention to our emotional health. We get aromatherapy. We get massage therapy. What about art therapy? What about music therapy? You know, there's so many different kinds. So any of that information, if you're thinking, what the heck is that? I don't understand. Contact us. We have the hotline. We have the email address. And once again, we want to say a big thanks to all of the team at AWA. My name is Georgia Fullerton. This won't be the last that you see me. But I think I'm going to go do some writing now. Lamoy has inspired me. And we will see you next time. Take us out, Mr. Kennedy Seed.
Our festival, our festival. Our African women acting. Our African women acting. Our African women acting. Our African women acting.